This is DarkArmedAlliance, and today I've got a really awesome deck profile for you guys. I've been toying with this deck for about 6 months now, so you know it's going to be a lot of fun. Usually I toy with the deck for about a month or so, and then I do a deck profile of it. Maybe order the cards, wait for them to be shipped in, maybe 2 months at max. But this deck I've been playing with it for about 6 months, trying to perfect it, because I am so tired of the damn meta with Pepe and all that other shit. And I know you are if you're watching this, so here we are. Infefnoids. Infefnoids are a lot of fun. They're a very diverse deck. You can play just about anything in them. There's not a real wrong way to play them, except if you're going to clog, which can happen. But let's get into it. I am so excited to show you guys this deck profile. So first off, I'm only playing one Anunku because you only really need one Anunku. Essentially, when you special summon him, he is a dark hole for the board, and you contribute him to negate the activation of a spell or trap card, or another monster on your field to negate the activation of a spell or trap card. But something to keep in mind with all Infefnoid monsters, if your effect, keyword, effect monsters levels are 8 or above, you cannot special any more Infefnoids. So keep that in mind. So if you special summon out an Anunku, you won't be able to special out any of your other Infefnoids. But I promise you guys there is a method to my madness. Then I play 2 copies of Deviati. Deviati is essentially a heavy storm. That's why I'm playing 2 of them with all these damn pendulums running around. Oh my god. But he has she has the opposite effect of Anunku. Anunku's effect is that he can negate a spell or trap, but Deviati can negate a monster effect by attributing another monster on my side of the field. So very good card, very strong. Then I'm playing 2 copies of the level 8 Infefnoid. I'm not even going to try and pronounce the name because I'm going to butcher the hell out of it, and it's going to bite me in the ass in the comments like it always does. But I play 2 of that guy because it can attack twice if it destroys a monster by battle during each battle phase. Also, the higher up Infefnoids have the effect that you contribute a monster on your side of the field and then banish a card from your opponent's graveyard, so that comes in very handy. There are a bunch of DD Crows on top of it. Then I play 2 of the level 7 Infefnoids. Not going to try and pronounce it. Probably going to butcher it. Gonna get it in the comments. After this card declares an attack during the battle phase, you can banish 1 card on the field. So you could essentially attack, banish a Pendulum Scale, and then they're screwed. They're really sad, especially if you hit a really combo pieced card. Then I play 3 copies of Infefnoid Patrula. I think that's how you say it, Patrula. Essentially, it's a walking MST. Very good card, very versatile, helps out with the deck. Then I'm playing 2 copies of Infefnoid Harmonic. You can, one thing about Patrula, if you activate his MST effect, he can't attack that turn. The same thing is with Harmonic. If you activate the effect to destroy a monster on the field, he cannot attack for the rest of the turn. So, kind of a backlash, but kind of balances them a little bit. Then I play 3 copies of Infefnoid Antra, and if you're not playing 3 copies of Antra, you need to play 3 copies of Antra. This card spins a card from your opponent's field back to their deck. So it's any face-up card on their field. It spins it straight back to their deck. So really good card. Oh, no, excuse me. It doesn't go back to the deck. It goes back to hand. I am so sorry. It goes back to the hand. This is the one I'm thinking of. The level 1 Infefnoid. If this card, you can target any set card and then spin it back to their deck. So really good card. Really awesome. Now, you might be wondering, am I playing Decatron in this deck? Well, I'm not. Don't run away yet, kids. I have a reason, and it's reasoning. Now, I have a reasoning for it. Then I'm playing 2 copies of Raiden for my Lightsworn engine. No more than 2 in this build. It's not needed. I'm not even playing Card Trooper, but I promise you, it doesn't clog. Then I'm playing 1 copy of Lila, just for that extra MST, just in case I can't special summon or they have an Imperial Iron Wall against me or some shit like that. Now, here's the reason I'm not playing Decatron, and that's 3 copies of Sky Scourge and Odorellus. This is going to be my tech for the rest of the format. I will do a deck profile, I believe, on a regular Infefnoid deck without Notarellis in it. But Notarellis is such a good card because you can... Well, let me show you the next card, and then I'll explain the strategy. Then I play 3 copies of Phantom of Chaos. Now, the reason I'm playing this and Notarellis is this. With all the mill power and all the ways that you can send Notarellis to grave, the essential combo is to normal summon this or special summon this off of Monster Gate or Reasoning, or just have it in your hand from the start, have Notarellis in grave, target Notarellis, banish Notarellis. This gains Notarellis' effect, which Notarellis' effect is that once per turn, I can pay 1,000 life points to send, keyword, send, not destroy, all cards on the field and in each owner's hand to the graveyard. As you know, Infefnoids thrive in the grave. So you send all cards to the graveyard that are in either player's hand and field, and then you draw a card. So it puts your opponent in such a backwards position that they are fighting an uphill battle. And if they cannot recover in 2 turns, depending on their life points, maybe 1, they've lost. I love this deck. I love this deck so much. This deck is right now... I'm loving this deck more than I love my Blackwings. And I've never said that before about any other deck. But this deck is amazing. Then I'm playing... That's all for the monsters. Let's get straight on into the spells. So... I already showed you one. One of them is a Foolish Burial. That's to get Notarellis in the grave, or if I have a bunch of Infefnoids that are high level in my hand, which rarely happens, but 1 out of 10 matches that happens. Maybe less. But it does help me get them to the grave so I can special summon. I can special summon them by banishing them from hand, but this just helps out a little bit so I don't feel like I'm losing so much. Then I'm playing 1 copy of Monster Gate because I want to get to my Phantom of Chaos because I'm only playing 5 targets that I can normal summon. So I'm going to hit it. I'm going to hit Phantom of Chaos and I'm going to mill myself. Then I'm playing 1 copy of Burial from a Different Dimension just because it gives me a free Anunku or Deviati. You know, with that logic, it would. But it can give you free, just free Infefnoids all over the place. Then I'm playing 1 copy of 1 for 1. 1 for 1 lets me send my Notarellis if I do draw it to the grave to special summon out just something if I need it. I think I was playing Decatron and I meant to take this out. I would actually play... Let me think. You could play Galaxy Cyclone over this. I play Galaxy Cyclone over this. I'm glad I caught myself on that. But you could play Galaxy Cyclone over this. Ignore this. This is a Galaxy Cyclone. Then I play 2 copies of Charge of the Light Brigade. Charge of the Light Brigade is awesome in this deck because with Charge of the Light Brigade, you mill 3, which could be a Notarellis, and you get to add a Raiden, which gives you 2 more mills, or Lila, which MST something gives you 3 mills, or Raiden, which gives you 4 total mills, so you're milling 7 cards in 1 turn. So it's really, really, really good. Then I'm playing 2 copies of Trade-In because I play 5 targets in the deck with the level 8 Infefnoid at 2 and the Notarellis at 3. Then I'm playing 2 copies of Drag Down just so I kind of know what my opponent's playing and I can show them what they're in for. And sometimes they scoop. Then I'm playing, yes, I'm proxying them. Yes, I will get them, but I am proxying 3 copies of Twin Twister just to break that pendulum scale apart if they do establish it before I can get Notarellis. But with 3 Twin Twisters, I can send Notarellis to grave or send an Infefnoid to grave, pop 2 spell cards, and then keep going, and I open the floodgates. Then I'm playing my favorite card in the whole deck, and that is 3 copies of Reasoning. Please, almighty Konami gods, don't touch Reasoning, because this deck will die. Reasoning at 3 is amazing because essentially your opponent's not going to know what you're playing, so they might call a little bit of higher level thinking that you're playing Infefnoids, or they might call level 1 because they know you're playing Decatron. Usually, I'm going to tell you guys up front, if you ever see a Reasoning, call 4. Call 4. You're safe with 4. That's it for the main deck, guys. Let's get on to the extra deck. I don't typically use the extra deck all that much, but I'll show you it anyways. So first off, we're playing one copy of Divine Knight Felgrand because I do play 2 copies of the level 8 Infefnoid. You can make it. It's just very, very rare. You'd have to do some shenanigans to get it out. Then I'm playing one copy of Red Eyes Flare Metal because you can make it. It's awesome. Scrap Archfiend. The way that you make this is you make it with a Start a Spark and then this, or something like that. I don't remember how I made it, but I made it. I think I was playing this when I was playing Decatron again. If I was, just play 2 level 7s. If you can't make this, I think you can play Draco Sack over that. Then you play Red Eyes Flare Metal. Flare Metal helps because it lets me, what's the word for it? Control and burn them so I can hit them harder later. And if you make ranked monsters, they can't touch the ranked monsters, so you can special summon more Infefnoids, so they don't count. Then I play one Dark Rebellion XYZ Dragon. XYZ Dragon, he helps because he's a big beater. Direwolf because I don't really give a damn about my field. I can always special summon him back. Castel because I want to bounce shit. And 47 because sometimes I just want to swing its face before I know to relish your ass. Then I play one Star Eater because I can make it. One Trishula because, again, I can make it with a Harmonic, an Antra, and a Raiden. Stardust Spark because it protects itself against random shit, and it protects some of my little Infefnoids that I want to keep spinning your stuff, like Antra. Then I play one Scrap Archfiend. Scrap Archfiend prevents itself from... Well, it's not an effect monster, so I can special summon this and then just keep special summoning Infefnoids. Same thing with Gaia Charger, which I do play, or Gaia Knight, the Force of Earth. I had to look at it. Couldn't remember it. So many Gaia cards. Then I play one Michael, Banish, Spot Removal. Clearwing, Control. I make this a lot. Surprisingly, I make this next card a hell of a lot. And that is Ancient Sacred Wyvern. If you can burn your opponent down, and then you have a Raiden, and you have a Harmonic, you make this, and let's say your opponent has 2,000 life points, you have 6,000 life points, this is an 81 beater. Yeah, let's just hope they don't have a Magic Cylinders, or I'm gonna shit. Then I play one copy of Gaia Knight, the Force of Earth, because it, again, is an old monster. And then finally, one copy of Black Rose, pretty ultimate rare Black Rose. Sadly, not first edition tier. This deck, like, oh my god, I cannot emphasize how much you should try this deck. I'm glad that I picked it up before it went expensive. And I picked it up in that gap before it got really expensive. But anyways, guys, this is DarkArmedAlliance. Don't forget to check out in the description below. I'm starting my own Facebook page. Go check it out. I'm going to post all my deck profiles and openings there also. And don't forget to join DarkArmedAlliance. And I'm out.